Hey guys. So we're streaming some UFC 5, and of course we're going to talk about UFC 317. I don't know about y'all, but I kind of feel like that was my favorite card in a while. Not on paper, because who cares about all those flyweight fights, right? But man, this card delivered. It was so fun. So I was kind of off on the picks too. Kind of the worst I've been in a while too. Let's take a look. So I really thought Peyton Talbot was going to lose this one, not because he isn't a good fighter, but because he just lost. So it's hard to come back from a loss. I assumed it was going to be that type of situation, and I was wrong. Wrong again, bro. Joshua Van is that dude. I haven't been this excited for a fighter in a while. He was he really delivered, and he's only 23. This kid is a monster. He's a young lion. I'm so excited to see more from him. He was really the 19th ranked guy, and he put a whooping. Sort of. Hey, what's up, Rain? How you doing, man? He put a whooping on Brandon Royval. You were right about Joshua Van. I You were right, man. That dude is really, really exciting. He might be my new Machida. I'm just joking, but he's the man. Was wrong on this one too. Apparently Moicano didn't have enough for Dariush. I thought this dude was going to lose because he's been off for what, 2 years? And he's never been a great fighter. He's kind of a gatekeeper, but he delivered. Yeah, you were right about Van. Van is the man representing for Burma, and he's not even like a Muy Baran fight or anything. Mm-mm-mm. Pantoja versus Cara France was cool. I still think it was a mismatch, but hell, who else is Pantoja going to fight? Joshua Van? For some reason, they're letting this young dude fight the champ. It's cool because he asked for the opportunity. He put on a great performance, and he beat the number one guy. So why not fight the champ? Why not? And who else is Pantoja going to fight? But man, and I thought Pantoja was going to be a decision merchant, but he got another finish. Pantoja, I'm warming up to him. I'm warm. He's that guy. And Topuria versus Oliveira. Man, oh man. I mean, I knew we wanted to see this fight. Again, I'm still not as excited for this fight as I would have been for Islam Makhachev versus Topuria. But boy, did it deliver. Charles Oliveira is a great fighter. But a first round knockout, I thought Ilia was going to get a third round knockout. The question has always been, do those heavy hands translate to a weight class above? And at the lower weight classes, it's only a 10-pound difference. So, I mean, maybe it's easier to get there. But Oliveira, that was so fun. So fun. Let's get some fights in. And here's a question. So Ilia is a small lightweight now. He's a small 155. He beat Volkanovski, who's a small featherweight. He beat him badly. He beat Max Holloway, who's a big featherweight, because Max Holloway moves between those two weight classes, right? He beat Oliveira. Oliveira struggles to make lightweight, which one could argue makes Oliveira more chinny. Hey, it's all good, man. That's the tricky part. So many people thought that Oliveira wasn't going to be able to get that W. Ugh. I should run from this match because his connections kind of bouncing between crash and good. We also got to see some of Ilia on the ground with one of the best submission artists in the UFC. He certainly delivered. Hey! Maybe he would. Bro, what are we doing? Ilia goes from fighting the three greats, three of the greats in a row, and now he's going to fight Paddy? That's so trash. It should be Arman. I know management's mad at Arman, but come on, man. Charles Oliveira is way better than Paddy. But Charles Oliveira's retirement age, too. Charles Oliveira has 45 pro fights. And he's Brazilian. And where does he train? Does he train at Shota Box? Oh! Yo, but what if Paddy somehow wins? Wouldn't that be incredible? It's tricky, man, because I really... Hey, what's up, Rob? Long time, man. How you been, broski? Stop playing, Roni. Rob, let me get warmed up a little bit on ranked. I don't know if I'm ready to catch those L's yet. This guy keeps dodging to one side. Why is he doing that? Okay, it's like he heard me. He was asking for that head kick the entire time. Yeah, it was interesting watching Topuria in there, though. And here's the irony, too. Don't worry, Rob. We'll get some L's in there for me. I seem to get a little bit more warmed up, fella. These bones are creaking. I think Pantoja is going to run through Joshua Van. I'm really excited to see Joshua Van, but he's going to catch that whooping. Pantoja's just got too much experience. But on the other hand, Pantoja is what, like 35? So he's at the end of his career. You never know. But man, Rob, let me do two more. Two more. I'm super excited for the fight. Kape would beat Pantoja easily? No. Kop's already lost to Pantoja. Look at that. Really, you're not going to let me out of this? Okay, good. This bad connection. Get out of here with that. Bro, got to make sure the AC is on because it is hotter than giraffe balls in here. Pantoja is one of the best in the world. Rain, it's so great how you love Pantoja. Pantoja is very, very similar to Marab. Actually, no. I won't say that. Because Pantoja is more deliberate in his striking. Damn, nobody even wants to pick O'Malley anymore. It's interesting how they have Dominic Cruz down as a wrestler. Prime Cruz.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
Let's do it. You know what we need to see? We need to see Cop versus Kai Kara France. I don't know what's taking so long. Woo! Let's go. We're going to try to sim this out. As one of the most special fighters in the history of MMA, Dominic Cruz. With his snake-like movement. Woo! He thinks I'm taunting. I'm not taunting. Ah! I gotta be careful because this glass cannon has hands. Pepe the Hero. Nice name. Ooh. It is sad Moicano got that L. But it was kind of nice to see Beneil have a comeback like that. Hey! He thinks it's a taunt. It's my movement. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it was nice to see Peyton Talbot on the win column again. And that was a pretty good opponent, too. And he did a good job on the ground, too. Ah, give me that. Give me that. Yeah. You know what was cool about that Ilia Topuria Oliveira fight, though? Charles Oliveira is so dangerous on the ground, and Ilia was engaging with him on the ground a little bit. But when Royval pulled up, you didn't say shit, right? What do you mean? I thought Royval was going to lose too, honestly. Excuse me. Correction. I thought that Royval was going to dust Josh Van. That's what I meant to say. I thought he was going to absolutely terrify that man. But Van's got a great fighting style. He's, oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, Van almost reminds me of, like he could be another Topuria. Because he's got that beautiful, tight, aggressive boxing. All he needs to do, though, Man, imagine if Josh Van trained with Topuria. Because he needs to tighten it up a little bit, get a little bit more deliberate with his striking. Mm, 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 mm. Aljo, huh? You know what's funny? Look at this. Oh no, I didn't want to pick that one. Shoot. I was pointing out that ridiculous giant head on the older Zobbit model. Like, look at the head on this guy. He looks like a baby or a cartoon character. He looks like something from NBA Jam. Ooh! Ooh, no! Look at this bullshit. Anyone know how I'm supposed to get out of that? When they're standing on your back like that? Or when they're doing that marsupial nonsense? What? Ooh, hit me with that round tree, huh? Jake Paul got the win against who? Who did he fight? Rob, how you been, man? You still practicing that BJJ and Muay Thai? Oh! Was it Julio Chavez Jr. or was it Cesar Chavez Jr.? His father's a legit boxer, right? Like one of the boxing greats. And that's not the same as fighting his father, of course. But I didn't know. When did they fight? I didn't even realize. Whoa! Oh. No! Oh! I tried to sneak a flying knee in there. This guy. It's interesting this guy keeps going for the takedown, but he has no ground game at all. Good for me, though. Ooh! It's like he teleported into that. Yes! First of all, I'd like to thank the Academy I needed that so badly. Zurdo Ramirez, 2-belt champion. How are the belts? How good are they? How legit are they?
At 51 seconds of round number 2.
And why haven't I heard of this guy? Yeah, the tricky thing about the Jake Paul fights, too, is they are professional fights. And since they're professional fights instead of exhibitions, his opponents are putting something on the line. Did they change the belt? Is that new? You see that flag on the belt? Did they recently add that, or do I just not get the belt often enough to notice? I'll take it, though. True. Rob, you still there? You ready for that invite? Okay. And I pressed the wrong button. It's been so long. Look at these names. Okay. I believe you. I mean, a lot of boxing is marketing, right? The fighters casuals like me, the ones we know aren't necessarily the best guys. It's the guys with the marketing machine, the guys that make the money. And prize fighting's tricky. It has the opportunity to be this incredible meritocracy, but it's not necessarily so. What weight class would you like to do, Sir Rodrigo? Man, I still can't believe JDM won. Man, oh man, oh man. And boy, am I excited to see the buffs for Ilia Topuria. Ooh. Any weight class? Okay. Let's go here. So I can play as the one true champion.
You ready to fight? Ready. Go.
Serial gone. Woo! Ooh, nice. Nice. Come on, Aspinall. Where's those heavy hands? I need the Aspinall that retired Jones without fighting him. Man, what a sad end to an illustrious career for John Jones. It's fashionable to hate him, but the guy was so fucking good for so long. One thing we need for UFC 6, we need a better resting block. Like, you see how both fighters are standing here blocking, right? It looks bad. That's not how it looks in real life. But it gives... Hey, what's up, Stefan? How you doing, man? It gives the player the information. So it tells us that we and our opponent are blocking. We need a better neutral stance. Oh, shit!
You need to fight back.
Oh! I think I made a huge mistake. Jeez! Are you okay? Is it Stefan or Stefan? Like Stefan Urkel?
You ready to fight?
Or is it Stefan like Stefan Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries? Man, I missed the Vampire Diaries. That show was the shit. What do you mean? Sean O'Malley's undefeated and still champion. Not only is he undefeated and champion, he's undefeated and a double champ. Kind of crazy. He's really... Ooh. Shit. On paper. On Sean O'Malley's paper, he's got custom monogrammed paper. He's got custom monogrammed stationery. Look at that guy. Perhaps it was a mistake to choose this weight class. But yeah, Ilia Topuria is so good and has such a great, palpable fighting style, and is such a pleasure to watch that he's really, really fighting back against my hate for chasing two belts and super fights. It's kind of weird, man. Ilia Topuria to me is like LeBron James wearing the it's like LeBron James wearing the 23 jersey. LeBron may not have known it when he was a kid, but he's one of the best ever. So he's arguably the best ever. So to put on another man's jersey number kind of dilutes your stock a little bit. It's childish to me. I would have preferred it if LeBron James came out with his own jersey number. You know what I mean? His 23. 23 is Jordan's number. He could have had his own 23. What I mean to say is, if you look at Ilia Topuria's tattoos, He's copying Conor McGregor's tattoos. And the man is so good that he didn't need to do that. He could have had his own tattoos. You know what I mean? Ooh. I love how you desperately hated women's MMA. Now you're the one keeping WMMA alive. He is kind of like Conor. But Ilia's got a better record than Conor, and he knocked out legends. Hey, so here's something y'all aren't gonna like. You ready? You ready for some John Jones simping? Ooh, I was gonna do that to you. Nice. Muito bom. So here's some John Jones simping. You know how everybody hates on Jones? Saying all he did was beat old guys? He beat guys who were almost retired, washed up fighters, blah, 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 old champions. Didn't Ilia do the same thing? He beat all these 35-year-olds, right? Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, Alexander Volkanovski, guys at the end of their prime. Or guys who are outside of their prime. I'm not trying to take anything away from Ilia. Ilia is obviously S tier. I'm just putting it into perspective, right? Yay! Ooh. It's really annoying that they didn't... Oh, shit, nice. It's really annoying that they didn't put his Matador shorts in here. Look at this beautiful man. Yo! I just looked at his tattoo. He's got the tiger tattoo, but the tiger opens up and his own face is in there? I never noticed that it was his face. This is a funny guy. Woo! Oh, shit! Nice. Bravo, sir. Bravo. Yes, quite. Got to get revenge for Charles Oliveira. Actually, what do y'all think about this? Patty doesn't fight Ilia Topuria. Patty fights Charles Oliveira. I kind of feel like that's the fight to make. That way, if Patty beats Oliveira, he has a more credible route to fighting Topuria. And meanwhile, while that's happening, Topuria can fight Arman, even though Dana White clearly hates Arman's guts. Patty versus Justin Gaethje? That's not a bad idea. Ooh, Michael Morales is 4.5 stars now, huh? Good for you. Who else do we have here? What? Brother man, we don't need this black on black. Ooh, look at all these viewers. Thank you for everyone tuning in. I appreciate y'all.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
I said thank you for watching, and people are like, no, I'm out. This is not it. Bro. Am I sitting too close to the TV, or is Joaquin Buckley really that yoked? And this is next to Kamaru Usman. That's what's tricky, man. Because Patty's a clown, but maybe Patty is becoming that good. And I agree, Stefan, you're right. Oliveira is an old-timer. We love Oliveira. He has a great story. He's a great fighter. He finishes fights. I mean, what's not to like about him? But you're right, he's old. Bro, Patty's wins are absolutely washed. Of course. And again, I'm not trying to insult Topuria. I'm just adding some much-needed perspective. Ooh. He's old in fighter years, though, right? 45 pro fights is a lot. Not to mention Brazilian training methodology. Those Brazilians, man, they train hard. They are tough men. They beat the shit out of each other. It's that rich tradition that goes all the way back to Chuto Box. Luta Livre, Valley Tudo, and that Gracie Challenge. They've got some warriors over there. Ooh. I love how dangerous he feels. Hey, what's up, Sierran? Yeah, we can do 1v1. You're next up in queue, okay? Just, after this fight, I'm going to drop my gamer tag in the chat. Make sure you click that subscribe button, too. Ooh! No. 2 punches? Damn, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 58 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner line.
Well, well, well. You know, it's kind of a shame, too, after such a great pay-per-view. That next one, Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, that card is not it, man. That card is not it. Yeah. True indeed. Because Derek Lewis is the league's knockout leader, right? Oh, how did the RoboCop fight go? I don't remember who RoboCop was fighting.
Ready. Good.
Man, is Sean Strickland washed? Who does he fight next? Because I'm still a fan of his fighting style, even if he is a little cringy lord. You know what's funny about the Josh Van fight, too? He was allowed to stay and watch the fights. That way he can call out Pantoja. Ooh, unnecessary follow-ups, huh? Who did he fight? Yo, we even got the China shorts going. Oh, shit. He's the one that fought Hermanson? Because I remember the commentary talking about Hermanson was like on medical watch. He got knocked out so badly. Hey, what's up, Pietro? Your uncle Jack Mayhoff. Huh. Hey, tell your uncle Yak Mayhoff I said what's up. W's in the chat for Jack Mayhoff. Ooh! You knew I wanted that teeth, huh? KS Omok. What is that? That better not be a trigger to something. Yo, Topuria is so fly coming in there with the rose. Like he's Vega on Street Fighter. Balrog for the Japanese audience. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. That's Sean Strickland, man. He's really something special. You know what else was cool about this UFC pay-per-view? The fights were so professional. Like, sometimes I get too used to watching the fight night cards, and you see the guys are so timid. They're circling around each other. They're waiting for opportunity. It seems like they're being too cautious. But these pay-per-view cards, even when the fighters were looking for their shots, they were still beautiful, compelling fights. Peyton Talbot wasn't a boring fight, even though it was technical. It had less action. It was a great fight. It was easy to watch, easy to understand. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Oh, God, that was so close. Nice fight, Rob. This is good shit. Bro, Van versus Royval was such... Could you believe a flyweight fight was that good? And I love it when fighters do that, when you see a star-making turn like that. Ooh. Like Joshua Van was, that was that 8 Mile moment. He did not fight smart enough, Lima. Because there's an argument to be made that Lima was winning the beginning of that fight. Yeah, Josh Van definitely earned that title shot, beating the #1 guy like that. Oh, shoot. It especially made it look funny to see the #1 guy fighting the number 19 guy and the champion fighting Kai Kara France. Yo, that head movement, that's what's up. Yeah.
You ready to fight? You ready? Good.
That knockdown was so beautiful, and he almost got the finish too. And you heard the commentary? They said that Royval thought he got knocked out. So he might have been out at the end of the fight. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, nobody wants to see Pantoja and Royval again. Shit! Nice, man. I was going for that 2-piece. Yeah, watching Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno fight 4 times in a row. I feel like that was kind of the worst thing for the flyweight division. I mean, they were mostly really good fights, so maybe it made people excited about flyweight, but it also made it look like there weren't enough people there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Let's see. Sierran. You still in the chat? Sierran Donovan. That's a cool Irish name. Very Irish. Are you in Ireland or are you American? If you're still in the chat, you're up next. Van definitely has to work on Pantoja's takedown defense, especially now that Pantoja's showing us he's a finisher. Look at this dude. This dude looks like he just woke up from a nap. And you can see the shaved chest hair too. Such great detail. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I think John Jones versus John Jones versus why can't I talk? John Jones versus Daniel Cormier. That might be my favorite fight. What do y'all think? I think there's an argument to be made that that's the highest level MMA fight I've ever seen. So people might say that Demetrius Johnson, since he's clearly a genius in the octagon, is the highest level MMA. But here's my argument for John Jones versus DC. The larger weight class means there's more danger of a knockout, so you have to be more cautious. There's more consequence for every punch thrown. Since flyweights have lower knockout power, there's less consequence for every action taken. But on the other hand, I don't know. Their speed might negate that argument. I don't know enough about the different physics. Is it because John Jones is in it? Oops. Remember, Rob, you got to throw that elbow when you're releasing that clinch. That's what DC does. So you can have that beautiful sim gameplay. What are some of your favorite fights to go back and watch? Everybody, type in the chat your favorite fights to go back and watch. What are your most replayable fights and what are your favorites? And who are your favorite fighters? Obviously, my favorite fighter of all time is Lyoto Machida. And despite the fact that he's a less than desirable character, another one of my favorite fighters is John Jones. Oh, shoot. That takedown felt like it came out of nowhere, man. The way John Jones wrapped his arm around DC's shoulder and did that shoulder crank. I've never seen anything like that. It feels almost as innovative as watching Marco Hua stomp the toes in 90s UFC. Yuri versus Glover Teixeira was an incredible fight. Is that something you go back and rewatch? Damn, look at that jawline on Prime DC. This is something we definitely need for UFC 6. Hey, what's up, Damson? Nate Diaz versus McGregor, Habib versus McGregor, DC versus Jones, Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. That's a great pick. Those are great picks.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Ah! Cardona May. So that's something we definitely need fixed for UFC 6. I wish we had a kicker in the UFC. I believe the advantage could be great. A kicker, what do you mean? Hey, what's up, Zibzu? There's a girl, Brazilian women UFC. Are you talking about the Taekwondo girl? Rain, what's her name again? I forgot. She's a great point fighter. The Brazilian girl, she's pretty. Yeah, any Alex Pereira versus Izzy fight is a masterpiece. Natalia da Silva. That's it. Don't we have Wonder Boy? I mean, he's old. It's tricky, man, because we had Jose Aldo. I guess it depends on what style you mean. If you're talking about like a Savat type fighter. The tricky thing, too, is the UFC meta. The grappling threat is so scary. I saw one fight, let me tell you, Khabib could not do anything against a really good distance kicker. Who did he fight that was a good distance kicker? So he fought Justin Gaethje, right? Ooh. Yeah, I missed that era. We used to have Anderson Silva. We used to have Lyoto Machida. Yeah, it's tricky, man. Khabib kind of ruined MMA in a way. I don't think he truly ruined it because it was already ruined. It was created as a BJJ commercial. But Khabib in the Dagestani meta definitely terrified all those people that threw kicks. I mean, Jose Aldo used to be a ferocious leg kicker, just destroyer. And then he pivoted to boxing. We've got Khalil Roundtree Jr. He's big on those leg kicks. So wasn't Conor McGregor a good kicker? Conor is weird because at first glance, he looks like a karate fighter. And I can't tell if Conor started with karate and cross-trained to boxing, or if he started with boxing as an Irishman. Because the Irish has a rich history in boxing. I can't tell if he started with boxing and then transitioned to karate. Leave these chicken legs alone, bruh. Ooh. Yeah, Connor's got beautiful hands. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Khalil kind of has he has a plodding, more... He has arguably the most traditional Muay Thai style since Cowboy. Ooh. Oh, look at you being so generous. I think the only problem with Anderson Silva's style is he's a big counter striker. So that could make his style more boring. Because there's a lot of counter strikers, and they're brilliant once they get going. Like Lyoto Machida, for example, was a counter striker, but he was considered boring as shit. Ooh. Let me just lie on the ground a bit and duck. When you say the style the UFC needs, what do you mean? Do you mean to refresh competition? Or do you mean for the fans of the UFC? Because I do agree it would be nice to have something to counter the Dagestani meta. Oh. It's hard to tell, man, because I would enjoy having more kickers. Whoa! But the takedowns are so dangerous. That's interesting. Why did that hurt your stamina too? Yo, what if this was Damson Idris in the chat right now? From Snowfall and the new Brad Pitt movie. Just here to promote his movie. He just talks about UFC, then he's like, alright everybody, make sure you go watch F1 in theaters right now. Oh shit. That was a beautiful takedown. One punch? Bro. Beautiful. Beautiful fight. Nice job, Rob. That was some of your finest fighting. That was some of the finest UFCing I have ever seen in the UFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is...
Thanks for the fights, Rob. That was good shit.
48 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, Daniel D.C.
Yes, it was. Hey, Sierra, you still in the chat? If you are, you're up next, fella. And Zivzu, you playing Fortnite? Ooh. I would love to see Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva. Wait, is that the Noche UFC fight? Look at that. The champ is here. Except for those fights where I just got my ass brutally whipped. Let's pretend that didn't happen and just say the champ is here. McGregor, huh? Actually, let's do this. You want to pick Connor? Let's pick JDM. Let's both put those champ shorts on.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Connor is so weak in this game? What? Ooh. Sheesh. Look at that combo. With the inside overhand, that was ridiculous. Oh, I thought he was going to go low. I thought I had him. Okay. Bro, for a second, I thought you were saying that Wei Li Zhang might brutalize Johnny Walker. Shit. You're right. I do need to manage distance. It's hard, though, because Connor's so strong on the outside. I kind of feel like I need to be on the inside to land these body shots. And these hooks. JDM's specialty. Plus, he has that 100 accuracy, or 99 accuracy, that hits me either way. But what I'm doing isn't working. So I will be happy to take your advice, Damson. Ah, damn it! Ooh, look at this guy. Wants to play with his food, huh? Sheesh. Yeah, big weakness I have in this game is definitely distance management. That's the fun thing about playing against Rob. He plays more of a, it feels more like a sim style. It's not the constant pressure.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes.
Hey, what's up? Next fight, can you fight with Hamza and Duplessis? Okay. Let's see who, let's see what weight class we get next. Rain, why are you saying sorry? Stop saying sorry, bro. Ortega versus Aljo. Ooh. That's kind of a weird one. Does Aljo need a tune-up fight? When's the last time he lost? That feels like a mean thing to say to Ortega. So Aljo lost to Sean O'Malley, and he's won every fight since, right? Here we go. Let's get some kickers in there. Ortega's a tune-up for, it's not like he's an easy fight per se, but Aljo is a former champion with a couple of defenses, right? So Aljo's really, really good. Oh! No, I'm wrong. I'm not thinking about it right. Aljo changed weight classes. Walk back kick. Yes, sir. Ooh. Speaking of kicker, this guy's got feints and everything. Hey, so check this out, guys. Is it just me, or does purple in the UFC when the fighters wear purple trunks, does it look like blue? Because in this game, Ian Gary's shorts look like purple. Hey, what's up, Solel? The post about Topuria is not meant to be blasphemous. It's meant to be fun YouTube hyperbole. You know how it goes on YouTube. Hyperbole for the clicks. Uh-oh. Ooh, I didn't get that at all. Jeez. Man, I wish Wonder Boy would retire and just go to Karate Combat. Jab, jab. Ah! Jab. Jab, jab. Oh! I should have went for the head kick. For defense, okay. That makes sense. You mean kind of like a safe retreat. When he misses, always kick. When he misses a kick? Oof.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Oh. Jab, jab, hook to make it difficult to enter. Okay. That makes sense. So is EA Sports losing the UFC license, or did UFC renew with them? Because I know UFC is negotiating with ESPN. How cool would it be if, ooh. Front body kick to get away. That's a good idea. I love this guy's feints. So dangerous. Kevin Holland's fun, man. I love underestimating him, and he loves delivering. There's a chance the UFC might end up on Netflix. That would be a huge improvement, especially if they dissed the pay-per-view model. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, we're really working that body. Oh! Yikes! Oh! Didn't that hit? So UFC and WWE are two companies under one umbrella, TKO. Netflix already made like a 5-year deal with TKO for a ton of money. So the groundwork's already in play. Ooh, shit. The groundwork's already in play for TKO to make that same relationship for the UFC with Netflix. Jeez! Why'd that punch have to throw me across like that? Ooh. So when he starts combos with punches and I kick, aren't punches faster than kicks? Like, by frame. If you think about it like a fighting game, like Tekken, for example. Frame data, right? So a jab is always faster than a kick. Even with someone like Anderson Silva or Luke Rockhold or Jose Aldo with those super high kick ratings. Oh, but I was playing with Ian Gary and he's playing with Wonder Boy. And Wonder Boy doesn't necessarily have fast hands. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. But if he does a combo, he hits one punch and opens up again. Okay. That's good shit. That's good shit. Should I? No, I can't lose again. So do I pick Oliveira? I gotta pick Oliveira. He's got so many tools. We also need this fixed in UFC 6. This shorts bullshit. You shouldn't have to pick
You ready to fight?
a lesser version of the fighter
Do it.
to get his current shorts. Yeah, that's a good exchange rate. One jab, eat one jab to kick him to the body. It's tricky against this monster, though. Hey! I wish they would go back and make this sphere stage better. This is not a good match? Yeah. Not for that. You can't eat punches from, Topuria. Remember when Topuria said he wanted to change his name from the Matador, from the Bullfighter, to the Legend? And everyone got mad at him. So can he change his name to the Legend now? Oh. Ooh. Here's something else that we need in UFC 6. We need hand fighting. Who was it that we just watched fight? Was it it was Renato Moicano versus Beneil Dariush, and they had beautiful hand fighting that whole match. Ooh. Legend killer, yeah. You know what I don't like too? So, Ilia Topuria was very, very gracious and beautiful when he beat Charles Oliveira. When he beat that Legend. Mighty Mouse is the best one? Mighty Mouse is kind of dope. Because he's like a spider almost, in that he's a tiny, tiny creature with the strength of Superman. So he can like lift a train, but he's just a mouse. It's a goofy idea for a Superman parody. And it's a great name for... Is Demetrius Johnson the smallest fighter in the history of the UFC? Or male fighter? And it is kind of cool that it turned out that way. That the smallest male fighter in the history of UFC also has the most title defenses. He kind of lives up to the Mighty Mouse name. Not kinda. Definitely does. Yeesh! Van is 5'3", huh? Van looks really big, too. That dude is a solid 5'3". Oh, Van's definitely going to lose, but I think we're all going to love him. It's kind of like Khalil Roundtree fighting Alex Pereira. I think he's going to win even though he loses. He's going to win the hearts of the fans. Ooh. No, he did the same. Oh. He did the same KO. Oh, never mind. It was an uppercut. But he got the punch on the way down. Oh. Bro. If Joshua Van somehow won, he would become the next Ilia Topuria. Because he has beautiful boxing. Beautiful boxing. He could be the new BJ Penn, the new prodigy. Obviously, BJ Penn in the first half of his career. Not the, final half. It feels like that final stretch was a half. That long, 9-fight losing streak? Jesus, man. What about Sugar Sean? Poor guy. I really like Sean O'Malley, the fighter inside of the octagon. He's so talented. Such a great fighting style. That precision, KO sniping. But man, he fell the fuck off. Poor guy. Actually, let me get my Ilia in there. Just kidding. Why didn't they put Topuria in this weight class with his shorts?
You ready to fight? Ready.
Like, why are they making dumb little choices like that? Yeah, it is his choices. I mean, all he had to do was practice takedown defense. I don't know what he was doing, but he literally, and I'm obviously not a pro, but I feel like if you're going to fight Merab, your one job is to spend the next 6 months eating right, staying healthy, staying strong, and practicing takedown defense. He shouldn't have been doing any bag drills. No sparring drills, nothing. Just practicing takedown defense. Ooh, I'm losing this one. I think the problem is he did so well against Merab, or excuse me, against Aljo. That he didn't understand how dangerous Merab was. Neither did I at first. I thought his performance against Aljo would be enough. It's always funny when there's the champion family or training camp that has the killer waiting in the wings. Like Islam Makhachev wasn't going to be the champion because Khabib was the champion, so he had to wait his turn. And there's an argument to be made that Makhachev is better than Khabib. There we go. You can't trade with me, fella. Ah. Maybe he is. So Khabib was more dangerous to his opponents at the time. And he was undefeated. Even though he arguably lost one fight in the UFC. Arguably. According to some people, he lost a decision. But everyone else has had a chance to fight and better understand the Dagestani Sambo wrestling meta. So now everyone Islam Makhachev beats, he's beating fighters who have more competent defense against his fighting style that Khabib basically pioneered. Does that make sense? Mario Batista's time for the belt will come. We'll see. We'll see. Right, that's what I mean. So let's say, for example, let's say Khabib's wrestling is 10 out of 10. Or not let's say, obviously it's 10 out of 10, right? Khabib is 10 out of 10 at Sambo and wrestling. Genius in the category. Striking, not so much. He has some sloppy, embarrassing striking. But his takedowns and grappling and wrestling were so intimidating that he was able to get away with absolute dog shit striking. He fought less educated, less competent people, even though they all cross-trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And even though Sambo and BJJ are sister arts under Judo, there's something about the Russian and Dagestani training methodology that is really special. And I don't think the fighters were training for that necessarily. So now that Khabib came in and educated everyone on how dangerous that style is, now everyone is more competent to deal with that training methodology. So Islam Makhachev might be a 5-star, might be a 10 out of 10 in that category. Or maybe he's a 9.5 out of 10. But everyone else is more competent. Whoa! That Moicano win isn't Islam's fault, though. And he finished Moicano, right? Yeah, you're right about that altitude. Ooh. Heck. It could be their religion as well. I mean, drinking is forbidden. They have so many things that are haram. They have all of this beautiful discipline built into their culture. And they're hard people who have hard lives. But so are the Brazilians. And there's always Americans that beat Brazilians. Ooh! Oh shit! You know what else I forgot? That Joshua Van fight was a short notice fight, and he just fought 3 weeks ago. Oh no! Shit, that uppercut could have been it. What I mean is the Brazilians have hard lives, generally speaking. Like, I would assume... Oh my God! Woo! Brother. Sure. Okay, so here's my rationale. Islam Makhachev beat Win Streak. He fought Win Streak Charles Oliveira, right? Ilia Topuria fought the Charles Oliveira that lost to Arman, then got a tune-up fight against Michael Chandler. And I know we don't want to call Chandler a tune-up fight, but Michael Chandler is an elite jobber. I mean, he is, right, guys? He's the best of the best when it comes to gatekeepers and jobbers. Time doesn't mean anything. What do you mean? Oh, I see what you mean. You mean time in the round. Armand versus Ilia? I think we can make that work. I don't get to pick the opponent's fighter, though, so we'll see. Okay, so light heavyweight. He's picking John Jones. Oh, I wanted to pick John Jones. Okay, let's do this. So it wasn't a tune-up fight for Paddy. He was a gatekeeper for Paddy. So Michael Chandler was the test to see if Paddy deserves to be there. Michael Chandler got Paddy his 4.5 stars in the game when he's a 4-star fighter. Charles Oliveira is a former UFC champion with the highest amount of finishes in the UFC. Michael Chandler is a former Bellator champion, right? So basically what I'm saying is Oliveira's... Oh, shit. Beautiful kick. I'm saying Oliveira's too good to be fighting Michael Chandler on paper. So should Tom Aspinall get a 5-star rating as the heavyweight champion? Since he basically forced John Jones to retire without fighting, without throwing a punch. Because John Jones is a 5-star heavyweight with 2 fights. Ah! The heavyweight GOAT, Fedor would like to hear a word. I wish there was a way to quantify fight IQ and put it in the game. I don't know if fight IQ should be accuracy or maybe some kind of... Maybe it should be built into health. But how do you quantify that? Or is the player fight IQ? Because for someone like John Jones, who's a genius in the octagon, fight IQ clearly needs to be a metric. Because he's a difficult character to play with. Anderson Silva, for example, is an easy fighter to play with because he appears to have all the tools. John Jones has pillow hands and slow 1-2. Decisions. What if that's it? Fight IQ gives him a higher likelihood of getting a judge's decision. Wouldn't that be some funny shit?
Hey, stop.
If you throw a punch that has 20% success rate, low IQ. That's interesting. Yeah, and he throws less punches.
You ready to fight?
He throws less kicks. That's why John Jones can appear to be a decision merchant. Plus, he's making adjustments on the fly. So does that mean his contextual moves are kind of an autopilot? Kind of like auto aim in Call of Duty. So, for example, you throw a kick. Like there, I wanted to throw that head kick. Sometimes when you're too close, that head kick is automatically adjusted into a knee. Yeah, it really frustrates me, man, how much Jon Jones fucked up outside of the octagon. He really is the Michael Jordan of MMA, and we didn't get to see him. We got to see some of it. We didn't get to see enough of it. Because Michael Jordan had that insane discipline. He was also protected by the NBA. We still don't know what went on with his early retirement, and we still don't know what went on exactly with his gambling. But he was so important to the league that we do know he was protected somewhat. Oh, for sure, I definitely believe Jon Jones was juicing. I mean, he was obviously caught. I don't think he's a fake GOAT, but I do understand the argument against him being GOAT. I think it's a fair argument. If people say he's an amazing fighter and a cheater or a shitty person, so he can't be GOAT, I can tolerate that. If people say he wasn't a good fighter, I can't handle that. Everybody picks fights though, right? And he didn't pick fights in the beginning. Juices since 15. What do you mean? Whoa! Ooh. I mean, we can't act like Jon Jones's weak heavyweight resume
You ready to fight?
negates his illustrious, asterisk-filled light heavyweight career. I mean, do y'all know what it was like to watch a young Jon Jones in 2010, brutalizing everyone in the UFC? You know what's interesting about GSP? GSP arguably lost a decision, relinquished the belt, came back, went up a weight class, and picked a fight with GSP. Because GSP is regarded as one of the weakest middleweight champions ever. You're right, doctors do give them the right levels not to pop. There's a good case to be made that everyone's on gear. Ooh. Shoot. It's a shame too, because I had a chance. Ooh. Ooh. The low-high mix-up is killing me. No! Shit. You're also missing the fact that Jon Jones, since he has two brothers that are pro football players, he also has elite genetics. Ooh. What do you mean? John Jones clearly just knocked out Dominic Reyes. And this is Prime Reyes. I mean, guys, what are we even talking about here? He does, man. Three brothers that are pro athletes. 2 are in the NFL. That's elite genetics. And the fact that he has that freakish 84.5-inch reach. Lean 6'4". He invented the reach bully meta. I mean, who has had a bigger impact on the sport than John Jones? Hoist Gracie. What do you mean that's connections? What's hold on. Help me understand. What's connections? The biggest coward and duck in the UFC. People are going to forget about John Jones soon enough. It's fun to talk shit about him and get on the train. But time will tell. There we go. Now I can do it. Hoist Gracie definitely has a bigger impact since the sport was designed around him. Speaking of cheating, you know the Gracie family created the UFC as a commercial for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. I think that's one of the great lies about sports. Everybody talks about how they work hard, blah, blah, blah. Pro athletes do work hard, extremely hard. But pro athletes also have elite genetics. Reigns' favorite fighter, Dustin Poirier, apparently has hands the size of pitcher's mitts. That's not common. One thing about successful people, big hands because of hormones. Hormones are part of genetics, right? Some people have a naturally higher testosterone level than others. That's genetics. HGH big hands. HGH definitely gets a big head. Hot sauce for days. He's got hot sauce in his bag like Hillary Clinton. Whoa! What? I believe that a lot of pro athletes have elite genetics and they're juicing. I mean, why wouldn't you juice with $25, $50, $100 million on the line? Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Get him, Gus. No. Like, look at these tiny hands. These are the hands of a scientist, not an athlete. You can see genetics. I wrestled in high school, and I played sports as well. Other sports like track. There were dudes, like I remember there was this guy on the wrestling team who looked like a Marvel superhero. He never lifted weights. Like, the dude had insane genetics. I knew dudes in, I knew a dude in elementary school who played soccer all the time, and his calves, this guy was a 5th grader, his calves looked like a, I don't know, like a Samoan pro wrestler. He was a white kid. Some people just got genetics. He played soccer all the time too. Nice takedown. Ooh, 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 ooh. Of course, you do have to work around your genetics. Sure, but we were all playing soccer. He was better at soccer, for sure. And he did play more than us. But I've never seen anybody his age with calves like that. In fact, like, it was absurd. It was easily noticeable. Like, what 5th graders were talking about calves? He definitely was working his ass off. I should look him up. It'll be cool if he ended up being a pro soccer player. Ooh. You're right. Causation versus, what is it, causality? Ooh. Or is it cause versus causation? I forgot the word. Ah-ha. Ah-ha. John Jones? I don't know. John Jones appears to have that NBA body. Like those cartoonishly little calves and legs. And there's an argument to be made that the NBA athletes, the pro athletes in the NBA, are the greatest athletes in the world. What I mean by that is, if they were to go to the Olympics, okay, here's my argument. If UFC fighters, pro hockey players, pro basketball players, pro American football players, soccer players, etc. Actually, soccer is an interesting one. I think NBA players would win more events at the Olympics than the other American professional sports athletes. What do y'all think? I don't think DC has the same body type at all. Look at this guy. Okay, we got Pride Rampage. Let's go! Oh, no. I don't mean competing against Olympic athletes, against amateurs. I mean the events. I'm saying if the Olympic events only had competitors from American pro sports teams, I think the NBA might have the most winners. Uh-oh, except for swimming. For some reason. Bro, these goofball. I can't believe Vanderlei Silva was the best in the world at one point. I mean, the guy was ferocious, but the way he throws hooks is so silly. Yeah, I agree. Oh, shit. Jeez. Bro, have you ever seen a picture of LeBron James or Shaq's feet? It is fascinating. Being that big and operating at that elite level. All that weight on those tiny feet. I mean, their feet are giant, but I mean the bones in the feet are tiny. The tarsals and metatarsals. Ooh. Shit! I was trying to throw the uppercut. How did this dude work my body so quickly? Jeez. That fake door?
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Whoops. Ooh. 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 He's changing his strategy. Oh my God! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That poor guy. He was talking about some good fight. Oh man, well played, blah, blah, blah. But when that uppercut hit him, that uppercut I was looking for the whole time, bro. Damson, where are you from? And our houses are shit, by the way. The beauty of capitalism. Mwah. Why build a house that's going to last the next 1,000 years when you could build a house that barely lasts 1,000 days? Oh, Dricus Duplessis. Jared Cannonier. So, is that other dude still in the chat who wanted me to play with Dricus? Let me know if you're there. If you're still there, I'll play with Dricus. Ooh. From Europe? Damn, is this Damson Idris? Bro,
You ready to fight?
you were so good in Snowfall. Just that ending. Oh, man. And Lori Harvey, bro. Bro. Yeah, it's tough. There's an actor, Damson Idris. He's a black British actor. He's in this show called Snowfall. Really good show. It's on FX and Hulu in America. He's also starring in a new movie called F1 with Brad Pitt. Fine young actor. What is this dude doing with that elbow spam? What are you doing, you little silly goose? Ooh. You have the same name. Oh no, your name is Damn, son. Ah. Is it Damn, son, or is it Damson? Is it Damn, son? This whole time I'm saying that dumb shit. Shit, this is what we're doing now? Yo, Rain. Ilia's fight needs to be against Arman. Needs to be against Arman. Where'd I find what? Ooh, shit. Unfortunately, it could be Patty, though. Oh, I think Ilia's winning whether he fights Arman or Patty. That Latin fight. Even though he's from Georgia. Yo, we need an Ilia Marab collabo. Those Georgia boys. Dungeon Family. Ludacris and T.I. Ilia Marab. The two dudes repping Georgia that don't live in Georgia. Repping harder than anyone ever. Ooh. Yeah, is Topuria a Georgian name? And Ilia is also... Shit. Ilia is also born in Germany. Bro! Stop spamming me, G! Let's do this. Gee, thanks! The Balkans and Latin Europe are strangely similar. How so?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 22 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO.
Two races in Europe and Spain and Portugal. What do you mean? It's interesting to read about because it's kind of hard for me to, culturally, it's hard for me to understand as a Black American. Because, like, I look at British people, for example, and I just see white people. But then you read the history and you learn about the Anglos and the Saxons and the Celts and all these different people and the Welsh and all their interesting languages. And then you learn about the Franks and how the kings, the royal family, like the English royal family is German, I think, but they used to be French. And like Queen Victoria or something was the first English monarch to speak. Was the first English monarch to speak English. It's kind of wild shit.
Ready. Ready.
There were Russian aristocrats working in that married into the English royal family. There's all kinds of interesting stuff about that because they have such a long history and such close political ties here on that continent. I think we both have fake history because, you know, Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus. What the hell? Jeez. I think everybody has mythology. Wow. Get out of here, you little piece of shit. Bro, I better not get submitted by... How is this dude really that good at grappling, but he's a fucking knee elbow spammer? What are we even talking about here?
Let's work. I'm going to start this up.
Bro. Kronos, how you doing, man? Long time. Bro, Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria would give Prime Connor the MF in business. Connor with that dangerous BJJ. It would be something to watch. Rain, it's not a negative thing necessarily. It's just culture. Like growing up, I've always loved reading about history. Like one of my favorite things is Greek mythology. It's just fascinating to read about. And then you look into like, there's just so much we don't know about each other as cultures. It's fascinating. Like it was so cool to travel to Asia and just visit different sites and learn more about the people. It's nothing negative. It's just looking at different people and saying, wow, why do you think this? And we're all similar in that we're all people, but just different journeys. I think there's a lot of interesting things to learn. Like it's just fun meeting different kinds of people. Like I'm on the subway in Korea, right? And this old Korean lady walks up to me when I'm on the subway in Seoul, South Korea. She walks up to me and she's like, this old, like little old lady. And she looks at me and I was confused. And I look at her and I go, "Annyeonghaseyo," like a formal traditional greeting in Korea. And she laughs and says hello back. And then she says in Korean, "You're so cool." I had a Korean friend with me and he translated. It's just interesting. She may not have seen any black people before. It's just fun meeting different kinds of people. Japan was the same way. Oh shit. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! It's hard, man. Different circumstances. It took me forever to travel. And I was eventually able to do it because I don't have kids. Because there's always something that comes up. I was joking with one of my friends. I was saying how lucky I am to have a little bit of money put away. So if something happens that I'm covered. Literally that night I had the conversation with him. The water pump in my car fucked up. And I had to pay $2,000 to get my car fixed. After spending $300 to get my car towed. It's brutal, man. Life is wild. Shit just happens. And it was funny because that happened that same night. I had the conversation. Sitting down, eating Thai food. Ah! Yeah, people were generally nice. That was my experience. Thailand was cool too, man. Like you go to clubs and the bouncers all have like these they have what looks like gang motorcycle jackets. Like they look like a bunch of dudes from Sons of Anarchy. But they were just chill guys. Because in America you go to a bar and it depends sometimes. There's some bouncers that look at you, that look at everyone like a threat, and they're kind of cold. And there's other bouncers who are welcoming. Every single bouncer in Thailand was just chill, welcoming dude. They dap you up. They're like, "Hey man, welcome." They're just super welcoming. Everyone's having a good time. And it was a cool way to for the tourist economy and also to kind of, I don't know, kind of ward off negative behavior by being positive. Let's see. Ryan Ortega. Ooh. No punch power. Yeah, what's up with Kabul? Have you been? Bruce Lee? Speaking of kickers.
Ready. Ready. Good.
What about it is appealing to you? Like what makes you want to take that long plane ride? Ooh, I gotta work this dude's body because he's doing a lot of head movement. So there's an interesting new category on YouTube. It's not really new, but the idea is that these YouTubers, a lot of travel YouTubers are getting kickbacks from these different governments to kind of, the idea is it's kind of to promote tourism. It's whitewashing tourism. So it's kind of hard to tell what's real, what's not, how much security people have. I haven't done much traveling myself, though. I really, really want to go to Europe. You know, that Greek mythology, I got to see Greece and Athens. I got to see the Vatican and Italy, the Colosseums. But so far, my traveling started with Singapore, Korea, Thailand, and Japan. But those areas have really big tourist economies, too. Britannica. Damn, that's a cool name. Oh, I definitely believe the locals were nice. Almost everyone on Earth, I'd say 98 to 99%, are just trying to feed their family and make it through the day. The second most undeserved title shot. What do you mean? Yeah, you're getting another fight against Alexander Volkanovski? That would be terrible. Yeah, the tricky thing about the government being a problem instead of the people is governments have a way of steering populations. So people, in order to be safe, have to follow the meta, and the governments can often create the meta. So they can steer populations, steer behavior, etc.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Ooh! Kai Asakura, he was a champion in another promotion. I think that's a great reason to get a title shot. Ooh! Damn, they don't have food, but they will feed you? That's beautiful. See, what are we doing? Why is Bruce Lee on the ground? And why am I having trouble getting up? Yeah, like what the hell are we even talking about here? Man, I miss Japanese sushi. So delicious. Bro, why is this working? Judo Gene LaBelle did train a little bit with Bruce Lee, but not enough to do this. Like, this shouldn't even be an option. Oh my God, stop this. Yo, my ground game is trash. Bro, he had one scene in Enter the Dragon where he went to the ground for a second. I'm so mad about this. This is so ridiculous. That was so ridiculous. This dude was just good. Bruce Lee's ground game is trash. This dude was good. But my point is that since Bruce Lee's ground game is trash, he shouldn't even be able to do a submission. Like, it should be, for example, I don't know, man. I don't know. That shouldn't be able to happen, though. It should be easy to defeat. That was crazy. Man. Let's see. Let us see. You know what? I'm ready to be a menace. Born real. Damn. Those are some goofy tattoos. He got those Rocco's Modern Life tattoos. Do a wild card.
You ready to fight? You ready? Good.
Whoa, look at the height on this guy. Ooh, he knew that leg kick was coming too. Well played, sir. Whoops. Yeah. Bro, how did Stefan Struve have such a long career? He just recently stopped fighting. Like a couple years ago. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, I'm trying to kick his legs. He's, the first thing he did out the gate was check one of my leg kicks. Ooh, girl. Definitely going to kick those ribs, though. What? Heart problems 8 years ago and died? Maybe I'm wrong. I could have swore I was looking at Wikipedia the other day and Stefan Struve had a fight as recently as like 2021. Maybe I'm misremembering. But on the other hand, it does make sense for a guy over 7 foot to have heart problems. Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, he is tuning me up. I picked a 5-star fighter. He picked Sean Woodson. Okay. What's up, Yurt? How you doing, man? That's right. Don't attack first. Counter punch. Counter strike, counter kick. Throw less strikes. Be like water. Ooh! I'm doing good as well. Oh, shit. For me personally, not based on the names on the card, but based on how the fights turned out, I'd say UFC 317 could be the card of the year so far. Now let's take a look. Fight him in the pocket. It's tricky, man. Jose Aldo has great boxing, but I feel like I'm always bad boxing with Jose Aldo.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
Yeah, I think an 8 out of 10 is a good rating. The only thing that would make the UFC 317 better is if those fights came from bigger names. Every single fight on that main card was excellent. Excellent. But not every name on the main card was a big name. That's the only negative. And I don't even really think that's a negative, but... Ooh! Yeah, this dude is giving me the business. Yeah, I agree. I think it's good that they have so many fighters because it's a league or it's a promotion. I guess it depends on what you're looking at. So I want the UFC to eventually become the NBA. So we can see the best of the best. I want to see more elite athletes in there. I want to see better training. I want to see better martial artists. Unfortunately, as the UFC becomes bigger, I think we're watering down the martial arts. We get more people like... we get more people who didn't train martial arts, but go to an MMA gym, and they learn a little bit of everything. So it kind of hurts the spirit of the original UFC. The style versus style. That blood sport, that Mortal Kombat. That's incredibly appealing to me. That's one of the reasons why Lyoto Machida is my favorite fighter of all time. But yeah, you're right. There are way too many cards, particularly with all the fight nights. Yeah, if you have the option of going into the NBA or the UFC, you'd be an absolute idiot to go into the UFC. Bro! Yeah, gladiators were slaves, and that's kind of the combat sports meta, right? They have this influx of guys from places that have tough lives. They see it as a way out. So getting hit in the face, getting concussions, getting CTE is better than the life they came from. But then again, in America, We have a lot of people who say that's their life that enter into the NBA, NFL, etc. So it's hard to tell. So many great fights, and Royval Van was easily the fight of the night. How cool is it that a flyweight fight was the fight of the night? And yes, Pantoja devours Joshua Van. Beat Ilia to Moicano? Bro, what happened to your boy Moicano? I was so sad to watch him lose to Beneil. Isn't that funny? I saw that too. Kai Kara France fought Pantoja on the Ultimate Fighter, lost that exhibition, had all that time, like you said, Rain, to train that takedown defense, and nothing. Yeah, if that wasn't enough, Pantoja was beating him on the feet too. But a lot of that was fear from the takedown. Damn, bro, I'm about to lose a decision? Actually, you know what? I should throw 0 leg kicks. Can't start with leg kicks in a third round. But on the other hand, Jose Aldo, WEC Jose Aldo, who's 4.5 stars and not 5 for some reason, has a 100 leg kick speed and power rating. Yo, if he dies, he dies. So I didn't watch the prelims. Rain says it was an unnecessary excess strikes. Was it unnecessary because the fighter was being an asshole, or because Herb Dean was taking his sweet, sweet time? Yeah, especially with a knockout. Ooh. Was it as bad as that camo knockout? Damn. Yeah, I think you're right, because there's a... Oh, shit. Because Sean O'Malley taught us that fighters can get back up, right? You try to get that that cool-ass walk-off KO. Ooh. Herb Dean's got the seniority. Finally. He better not have hit me with a no respect. Luckily, I can't see what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop in this contest at 4 minutes, 22 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner.
Bro. Okay, we got to get out of this this losing streak. How are you not excited for Taliesin versus Derek Lewis? Who's Taliesin again? So there's one theory. One of my favorite channels on YouTube is MMA on Point. Excellent MMA channel. Ah, there he is. There he is. The Predator Don Fry. Look at his awful stats, though. 4-star stat. Come on, damn it. So MMA on Point had a video basically theorizing that the UFC is deliberately putting on lame cards to save all their good cards after the negotiation with ESPN. So basically they don't want to spend all their best cards. They want to have some stars left on deck. So that theory is another reason why Dana White put up with John Jones's bullshit. Because basically the idea is if he kept us on the hook for a possible John Jones fight, that gives him more negotiating leverage with ESPN. More stars means the brand is better. For example, if they had a Conor McGregor fight in the works. Okay, shit, I know that. Damn, you're on the pulse. Okay, I need to get my mind right. Start fighting like John. Ooh, that was so beautiful. How he dodged back right when I threw my body kick. Here's the tricky thing, though. So, for one, I'm a John Jones glizzy gobbler. Obviously. But it is possible. We all know Dana White is a cad, right? So it's absolutely possible that Dana White didn't give John the money he wanted. Like, why are we believing that Dana White was actually willing to pay a fighter what they wanted? Wasn't the number that people were throwing around $30 million? There's no way Dana White was going to get John Jones $30 million. John Jones wouldn't get $30 million to fight Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor wouldn't get $30 million to fight. That's what... So Dana didn't say he agreed to $30 million. He said, we gave him the money he asked for. We don't know if the 30 million number is real. People were speculating it was a negotiation tactic to say, okay, start at 30, and then 30 gets you 20 or 10. Yeah, but soccer is a real sport. Woo! Jeez! That's a good point. John Jones is a liability. Yeah, rumor has it that John Jones, the real reason he retired is because Dana was like, cut this guy out of here. Because he had more legal trouble.
You ready to fight? Ready. Go.
100%. There's plenty of companies that would not fire an employee for being a piece of garbage. It's all about being valuable. So that's the real meta. The real meta is to figure out how to make money for other people, and you could do whatever you want. There are countless stories of people who are just poopy people. But they're so valuable, they make so much money that they're allowed to keep doing what they're doing. DJ's the Natty Goat or GSP? Vaseline Gate, true. And GSP also vacated when he arguably lost that decision. Came back and picked his opponent at a higher weight class when he fought Bisping. Don't do it, don't do it. We don't know if John's cheated in every fight he's been in.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, Bisping had one eye. Man, what a tough SOB. One eye? Shit! I needed that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's talk about DC's eye pokes. And Towelgate. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody admits to the eye poke meta. Khalil Roundtree does knee kicks. And I'm not endorsing this behavior, by the way. I don't like this. I don't like that bad behavior. What do you mean? It does hurt your opponent. Towelgate means you weighed more than you were supposed to, which means you had an unfair advantage against your opponent. Your opponent spent extra stamina and health losing that final pound. Vaseline Gate meant that BJ Penn couldn't do what he needed to do to win that fight. It was BJ Penn, right? Vaseline Gate against GSP. So I love Fedor, and I'm a huge Pride stan. Fedor is the greatest MMA fighter ever. Here's why. He's the heavyweight GOAT. The heavyweight is bigger than everyone, which means the heavyweight would beat every other weight class fighter in a one-on-one fight. I mean, obviously there's weight classes, but in a fight, Prime Fedor would beat every prime version of every fighter. The only question is Prime John Jones. Because Prime Jones was so unusual. But Fedor was so patient and methodical. So Vaseline Gate, that was obviously harmful because that was in competition. Here's an example of so-called cheating that I'll say is not harmful. The Diaz brothers smoking weed. But Demetrius Johnson said marijuana is a performance-enhancing drug because he said he got high for the first time after retiring. And he said he moved way better at practice after getting high. BJ Penn makes me sad. That latest news about his problems with his family, that sucks, man. So now we're going to get these leg kicks in. Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I'm on my Batman shit. I've never drank or done drugs. So I have no idea about the effects. Except for reading about it. Yeah, the question about Fedor is... So it's possible he was on gear because he's Russian. And the Russians were geniuses at gear around that time. It's also possible he was natty. Everyone on gear was on gear in Pride. They didn't even really test for it. I think the rumor is that the contract of Pride said they won't test for gear, but Nick Diaz got a DQ for being positive for marijuana. How stupid is that? Yeah, Fedor definitely had that dad bod. But the other problem is the question of works. Pride started originally as kind of a hybrid of UFC, pro wrestling, and Pancrase. Pancrase had some works in there, and so did Pride in the beginning. Mark Coleman famously said he was paid to throw a fight against a Japanese pro wrestler. Because the pro wrestler was basically, he was goated over he was the Ric Flair of Japan. And they wanted to make him look good. Plus there was the Yakuza involvement too. Oh, for sure. Yeah, gear allows you to practice for longer and recover from injury faster. And when your muscle fibers are tearing every day from practice and lifting weights, they're repairing themselves quicker. That's a huge training advantage. Steroids are basically a sensu bean. So it should not be allowed in combat sports. Yeah, steroids, oh shit! They're bad and give you a huge advantage. Oh yeah, horsemeat Uberim? Alistair Overeem was a light heavyweight. Dude was skinny. Kale Sonnen also said everybody was on gear. DC said he fought a lot of people on gear. Yeah. They're on that Saiyan arc. They take that Zinsu bean, come back from death, bam. CR7, what is that? He was on his bike against a grandma stiffy. It is kind of wild that John Jones requested that fight against Stipe, basically so he could practice his leg kicks, his back kick. I think it's crazy that Kayla Harris is clearly on gear, right? And nobody's talking about it. There's also a possibility that Kayla Harris is a genetic freak and the 1 in a million women that just has that body. Ooh. Bro, I do not want Amanda Nunes to come back. Let Kayla Harris run through the weight class. Yeah, Holly Holm has that old Hollywood white woman body where she's like 50 years old and just stays in the gym, runs 10 miles every day, like Sarah Jessica Parker or Nicole Kidman. Oh! Damn! Methodical. Macy Barber. I been new. I need to bring back the chicken, rice, and broccoli. I missed that. I was so into it when I was doing wrestling in high school.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes.
Pena fought like a man.
Round number 2.
Juliana Pena fought like a man that didn't know how to fight. Have you ever seen such bad footwork? Can you believe she was able to beat Nunes even once with such terrible footwork? Man. Yo, what if Amanda Nunes is gearing up right now? What if she comes back with an 8-pack? Wouldn't that be some crazy shit? Bro. Joshua Van came out like Song Yadong and was Song Yadong. Remember how Song Yadong had all this promise? We all thought he was going to be so good. He's young. He has plenty of time. But man. Oh! Shit. Well, I can make this work. Nunes drops in randomly like the Doomslayer. Amanda Nunes. Bro. Joshua Van. I can't wait to see his stats. I'm so excited to try him out. He's going to be very well used in flyweight. He'll basically be the Ilia Topuria of flyweight. Yeah, it's definitely possible that Kayla Harrison's not on gear. Anything's possible. The spectrum of humanity is incredibly wide and deep. However, bro, she looks like Hulk Hogan. She looks like Thor's stunt double. So, help me out with something, guys. Wait, what? My ex was 6'2" fat, but had weird, like, man muscle and facial hair? Kronos, was your ex a man? That's okay if it is. That would actually be a better scenario than if your ex was a woman. It's like you either had a really hot dude or a really just not so hot chick. But you know what? Your kids are going to be monsters. You gave your kids some good genetics. It's kind of funny how the meta is, if you're a tall guy, you marry like a 5'4" chick because they're the hottest, and you're like 6'3", so now your kids are 5'10" instead of 6'3". Kind of goofy. Oh, no, for sure. There are genetic freaks. If I was a betting man, I would bet $1 million that Kayla Harris is on gear. But there is a chance I would lose that bet. You never know, man. You never know. It's also cool because she's like the second coming of Ronda Rousey. She even has a parent who was a genius judo player. Bro. Okay, here's a question, gents. Somebody posted a comment on one of my videos on my my update video. I said it was strange that Prime Peter Yan is a 5-star because Dominic Cruz, Prime Dominic Cruz is a 5-star. And he said, how are you confused? Prime Peter Yan is better than Prime Dominic Cruz. What do y'all think about that? Is he right? Is Prime Peter Yan better than Prime Dominic Cruz? Is it close? Because I didn't think Peter had that, or Pieter had that many title defenses. I don't think he has any, right? She'll lose to Amanda like Ronda did, but she beat Holly Holm.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
But it's next generation, right? It's hard to tell because Dom Cruz has that mythical quality to him. They're both not that good. I think Dominic Cruz is a legend. I think he might be a little bit overrated also. But it's kind of tough because a lot of those old-timey guys are overrated. But then again, Dominic Cruz spent most of his career injured. So he gets credit for that career that's missing. Kind of like Michael Jordan gets credit for those, 2 years he was retired? So people look at Michael Jordan and they're like, well, he would have had 7 rings if he wasn't retired. Which isn't necessarily true. Don't do me like this. Jeez! Bro, you better call me Drake. I am on that losing streak right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight.
Yeah, how many... Does Jan have any title defenses? The best baseball player ever? I don't think Michael Jordan is the best T-ball player ever. I guess the other question is how much weight does WEC have in UFC? There's a lot of talk and a lot of people say that UFC was not as good, or let me rephrase that. The WEC lower weight classes were better than the UFC lower weight classes at the time, which is why those WEC guys came into UFC and put in work. Oh, I finally got RDA. Nice. Hey, Rafael dos Anjos. Look at that cool Japanese tattoo on his back. Yeah, that was their shtick. But you know how, for example, Strikeforce, WEC Pride were all bought by the UFC. So the UFC owns their archives, owns their fight footage. But UFC doesn't necessarily say that Pride was better than UFC at the time because they don't want to diminish their own brand, their current brand, right? UFC is known as the premier fighting organization in the world. It's time for me to get a Michael Chandler, man. I need a tune-up fight because I am getting absolutely dusted. Okay, what weight class should I do? We're going to do some Some quick fights. Let's do some middleweight. Let's do some welterweight, some lightweight. Alter Ego O'Malley should be 5 stars. They tried to give O'Malley 5 stars for a split second, if I remember correctly. Then they took that shit back. They were not having it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was going to a barbershop to get my beard done. And man, this woman was messing up my beard like every single day. Hurting my feelings. Wait. O'Malley was never 5 stars? I could have swore they gave him 5 stars.
You ready? You ready? Let's do it.
Do I think Alex Pereira would do good at heavyweight? Absolutely not. I think deep down he knows why he was at middleweight. It would be fun to watch though. But there is so much punching power. We've had so much time to watch how he fights. Once you get that loss, holy shit. A lot of these fighters, once they lose, they become easy to figure out. Like, remember how Anderson Silva was an unbeatable just stud? And then all of a sudden, Chris Weidman cracked that code, whooped that ass, then everyone knew how to beat him. He was also old and lost his speed, obviously. I mean, time is the undefeated champion, right? But everyone watching Alex Pereira do that no-look leg kick, spamming that left hook and that body jab. I don't know. And the takedown threat, too, is a big thing. Alex Pereira, I love him to death. Poatan all the way, hands of stone, the GOAT. Yeah, I think 2 things happen. I think people see the GOAT get beaten, and I think I think a big part of being that good. Wait, Izzy has Gyno in the game? I gotta look at that again. I think a big part of that is the confidence hit, too. For example, when Ilia Topuria is finally beaten, it's gonna be a shit show. Because that man is a confidence machine. He's obviously extremely talented. Incredibly talented. But when you see that guy beaten, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, we got a great connection. Exactly. Fedor 2. I still remember standing in a bar when Fedor lost to Fabricio Verdum. And I was so mad. I was like, what do you mean? Who's Fabricio Verdum? Eventually, Verdum got a heavyweight belt in the UFC. Thank goodness. To legitimize that loss for Fedor a little bit. Yeah, it was hard. It's weird, man. Now that I'm a little bit older, I have a better understanding of how life works. But the first time you see something like that, it's crazy. See, that's what I mean. I don't know what the hell this guy was trying to do. But it should just kind of fall off. Kind of like Bruce Lee's BJJ against Yair Rodriguez. Jeez, this dude is really working my body. Ooh. Damn. Bro, CM Punk's not even the GOAT in the WWE. You see that clip of CM Punk dressing up as John Cena with the little hip-hop chav look? That shit is hilarious. With his Pepsi Cola tattoo. Remember when CM Punk got like $500,000 from the UFC to job? Because they thought he could have been the next Brock Lesnar. Not that he'd be good, but that he'd bring in a lot of viewers. Whoa! What? Yeah, Brock was a genetic freak who had some he had some great accolades in NCAA wrestling. And then he became a professional wrestler in the WWE, where he was able to truly hone his craft of wrestling before coming in and washing UFC fighters. I'm still mad about Brock Lesnar in the UFC. Honestly, I think it was bad for the sport. How do you have this fake fighter come into your sport and beat the heavyweights, become champion, and being heavyweight champion means you can basically beat every other fighter in the league? Come on, man. Yeah, CM Punk had all kinds of problems. He had no experience in real wrestling. He only had experience in wrestling and not wrestling. Look at this girl. You know what's weird? I was looking at Kayla Harrison when she was at the pay-per-view, and tell me why she was looking kind of... She was looking kind of cute.
Ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Randy Couture's tough, man, because he's always been too old. Yeah, Brock was in the WWE first. You know what's crazy? I remember I knew about Ken Shamrock from the WWF before I knew about Ken Shamrock in the UFC. They used to call Ken Shamrock the most dangerous man in the world when he's a pro wrestler. And I was like, huh, that's weird. Why? I don't think Kayla Harrison is cute, but she was looking kind of cute with that outfit she was wearing at 317. She was getting her She-Hulk on. Yeah! I love Ken Shamrock's ankle lock. I also love the storyline with Kane and Ryan Shamrock. I don't remember when they started putting Portuguese in the game for Brazilian fighters' corners, but I love it. Ah! Sheesh! Bro. Attitude Era was some of the craziest shit ever. Here's my dream. Here's one of my new dreams. I would love it if somehow I got to a point where I could have a YouTube channel. Val Venus. Dude. I didn't know about Ravishing Rick Rude at first until I played this old WWF PlayStation 3 game. And I found out about Ravishing Rick Rude and how Val Venus is literally just a one-to-one ripoff of Rick Rude. And Rick Rude was amazing. Way better than Val Venus. Kind of like how Ric Flair is a ripoff of the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. And I think, who's the other guy? I forgot. Shit. He had that preacher persona. He was best friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He had a tie-dye shirt. Shit, I forgot. But one of my dreams is to start a YouTube channel and just a watch-along channel where we watch straight through WWF Raw and SmackDown Attitude Era. It was so fucking unbelievably fun to watch and funny. Oh my God. When Mae West had that hand, she had a baby with Mark Henry and it was a hand.
You ready to fight? You ready?
There's nothing like it. So there's not really a way to do it because copyright strikes. I guess I can do it and kind of edit it down. Mystery Science Theater. That is great. That's exactly what I mean. I think I'd have to get a job with TKO to be able to figure that out. Because they would not let me use their footage. It's tough, too, because they changed their image, right? So they have a much more family-friendly image now. And according to the recently disgraced Vince McMahon, their business is doing better than ever. So they don't really have an incentive to allow someone to go back and relive the down and dirty days of the sports entertainment. Sheesh. Bro. Bro. I got to get out of here. I don't have it. I'm just a bum now. I'm going to go eat and cry. Taking all these L's in a row. I'm BJ Penn now. I'm Tony Ferguson now. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. And thank you to all the new people that joined us today. That was really fun. Damson, welcome to the fold, bro. Chronos, good to see you again, bro. Thanks for the fights, Rob. Peace Reign, the MVP. I am going to go eat some Chick-fil-A. Peace out. Y'all have a good night.